Got a somewhat panicked email today from the owner of the company. Actually, it said, "Hey, we had a person call in, a customer call in, asking for these clear stair treads, which we don't sell. They had read about it on a blog on our site, and when the customer service rep told them we don't sell those, they flipped their lid, claimed completely false advertising, and have threatened to sue, lawsuits,
What?
reporting you to Google, and all this kind of crazy stuff."
All right,
And we're
episode.
live.
We're live. We'll do it live. We did that last time, Rob. We can't do that again.
We're live.
We're back. Episode 147, Rob.
147. Hard to
Gearing
believe.
up to the big 150. You know what's funny? Now, I mean, we're on YouTube and we're doing visual stuff now. And last couple presentations,
We are all over YouTube.
dude, we own the YouTubes now. I didn't even really think about the fact that whatever our last few episodes where we were presenting graphics and things like that, how are people going to follow along if they do old school traditional podcasts? They're not. They're just going to skip those
Missing out.
episodes. Yeah.
That's their problem.
Yeah.
They need to
Yeah.
get with the times. Really.
Video. What video killed the radio star? Is that what's happening?
It did.
You know? So.
Yeah. That was the Buggles, I believe.
That was the who?
The Buggles, I believe.
Buggles. I have no idea.
I think that was
I
somebody
don't know.
fact checked me.
Are you going to fact check that right now on the?
I'm going to do live time. Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on just a second. I'm going to live.
All right.
Live
Well, we can edit this out if need be or not or whatever. So, yeah, video. Oh, no, neither one of us are going to sing it. We'll at least not do that. So.
No. We're not. No one's singing. All right. You ready? Guess
yeah, I'm ready.
The Buggles.
Okay, you crushed it.
Ding, ding, ding.
You win. You win. Pew, pew. Put in some graphics. Yeah. All right, we're not here to talk about the Buggles, although that is a very good. I mean, you would crush trivia night on some random.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Was a good one.
All right, here's what I thought, and you're coming in blind on this one. This is a surprise to you. Normally, we talk about what we're going to talk about before.
I have
we
no
talk
idea
about
what we're going to talk about.
Well, it's what makes us so good. It's kind of like smart lists. We're doing a little smart list thing here, right? I mean, nobody, there's a surprise factor. All right, here's what we're going to talk about today. I have a visual aid, which I will hold up to the camera. Dun dun dun.
Reese's Halloween. That's the pumpkin edition.
It's the pumpkin. Here, this is. I got the bag. It's a bigger. You can see it better. All right, the verdict is in. All right, the topic for today is, we'll call it packaging. False advertising, packaging, things like that. As you may or may not remember. Okay. There was a lawsuit against the Hershey's company brought on by consumers for false advertising for this product, which I now have upside down, right?
I do not recall that.
Okay. The here's what's going on. Reese's, obviously owned by Hershey. They have all sorts of. They have Christmas trees. They have Easter eggs. They have all the different things.
Reese's?
Reese's. I don't know.
Reese's.
We'll go with Reese's. It's not Reese's. The product does not look like the packaging. Okay. So this is an interesting aspect of advertising and things like that, right? If you open it up, product does not have the little face on there. It doesn't have the little jack-o'-lantern
eyes.
face.
There's no mouth. There's no. It is sort of shaped.
It's just a brown blob, dude. It's not a pumpkin. It looks. Anyway, point being is it doesn't look anything like this, right? Well, the verdict is in. So they sued. Consumers sued. Hey, oh my God. False advertising, false promises, all the falsities, whatever. Do you want to take a guess on who won, the plaintiffs or Hershey's?
Well, judging by the fact that you have that bag of Reese's there and there still is no face or no yet it's on the cover, I'm going to say Reese's won.
Reese's did win. Reese's won. But it's kind of an interesting topic, I guess. What was the judge? What was the rationale? So the plaintiff sued under deceptive advertising, kind of that umbrella. And anybody can go to NBC, CBS, ABC. All the articles are out there. It's basically the same thing, right? Basically, the judge said that there is a quote that doesn't prove, quote, a concrete economic injury. Right. That's why the plaintiffs lost. Right. Basically saying that, hey, yeah, so the packaging has things on there that are not on the package, right? We're showing a photographic
Yeah,
depiction of a jack-o'-lantern. The product itself does not have the jack-o'-lantern face on there. But,
sure.
and I quote, "It's not so flawed as to render them worthless," right? It's still chocolate, it's still peanut butter, you still ate it, right? The product itself is not worthless, right? It's not what it just doesn't look like what they're saying it is, but it still is what it is, right? And the fact that there is no concrete economic injury, there's no way to award damages. You bought the Reese's, you're gonna
I
eat the
find that
Reese's. Yeah.
fascinating. Because I would have guessed, had I not seen the bag and the thing, that that, um, that the plaintiff would have won.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, plaintiffs have won for weirder things. I mean, it very clearly is a jack-o'-lantern, you know?
because here's the first thing that comes to my mind, okay?
Yeah, hit me.
If I walk into the, store and I look at I'm going to play golf this weekend is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
And I walk into the store, I go, "Oh my gosh, look at this sleeve of what appears to be these bright green golf balls. This is
Okay.
amazing. I'm
Yeah.
gonna I'm gonna rock a green golf ball," which I would never do, let's just be clear about that,
Okay.
but I'm gonna rock a green golf ball. And
Yeah.
I got home and I opened the sleeve of golf balls and whoop, whoop, lo and behold,
They're not green.
it it's a white golf ball.
Yeah.
While there is no loss in value because it's still a
Okay.
golf ball,
Got it.
right? Um, that's not
It's
right.
not what you
It's it
thought
it's
you would
not
buy,
what I
right?
yeah, like, it seems like that's setting a really weird precedent to me. I
Well,
wonder I
you
don't
know,
know. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean, but we have, snake oil salesman is an expression because of false advertising, right? Even
Sure.
though people probably don't understand the history or why, we say the things that we say, right?
Yeah.
But, 5 out of 5 doctors recommend Camel cigarettes, right? I mean, like, in America, we have 150 plus years of,
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it completely false advertising,
It was
you know what I.
voted the world's best hamburger.
Yeah, 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 exactly. World's best cup of coffee, right? Um, so, I don't know, this is a tough one. I
It's
mean,
a weird one.
yeah,
It's kind of a weird one.
it is not what it's not what it is. It doesn't look like this. You know what I mean? Like, it
Now
does not look like this. However, it does have peanut butter on the inside and it is made
well,
of
that's
chocolate.
so
You know what I mean? So, and
let's
it's
be
not like
clear.
there was another lawsuit too about, I think it was Arby's or whatever. It was, "Hey, your advertising shows this amount of meat on the sandwich, but when I
Yeah.
get the sandwich, it's got this amount of meat."
Well,
You know what I mean?
that's a clear misrepresentation of value,
Exactly, exactly. So I think
right?
this isn't like that. That's not like,
Right.
"Oh, you told me it was a foot long and it's only 6 inches," or "You told me it had half a pound of beef in there, but it's only
Well, there's
got an
no
8,"
there it would be hard to argue that there would be a taste difference between that blob and one
Yeah,
with eyes and a mouth on it, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
This
still a
still tastes.
delicious,
Yeah.
delicious Reese.
Yeah, except the flavor or the shaped ones don't have the hardened edge, that little zigzaggy
The
hardened
the the
edge.
the ribbed
Yeah,
edge.
here, I'm gonna break this baby
I
open,
was about to say, I
I
don't know
mean.
how you got that thing open and aren't taking a bite of that bad
Yeah, I
boy.
mean, I'll probably eat it on camera here in a little bit because it's starting to
Delicious
smell like
candy.
Reese's in here for sure. But anyway, so I found that interesting. That just kinda hit the news, recently, and it did make me think about sort of falsities in packaging and falsities in advertising as a whole, Um, and, I think we've all by now, either for fun or accidentally or whatnot, we've all bought something off of Instagram that we thought,
Oh,
this is
it's not
BS. This is
yeah, this
BS,
is
right?
not,
Um, and then it arrived in the mail 3 weeks later and went, "Oh, it's totally not it's
yeah,
totally not what," and you
yeah,
knew it going in. You
yeah.
absolutely knew it going,
I
this is too
thought it
good to
was
be
gonna be
true.
a foot tall based on the
Yeah,
pictures,
yeah.
and it's like 2 inches tall.
Okay,
I don't
what have you bought off of an Instagram ad or a Facebook ad that along these same lines? Anything come to mind?
um,
I mean, I've got one I can go while you're thinking.
I don't know that I have one off the top of my
Okay,
head.
this was years ago. I bought a Halloween mask, okay?
Okay.
Like a skull, like an entire skull head thing with, like, the jaw that moved with your
Sure.
jaw, you know what I mean? Like, the
Yeah,
ad
yeah.
looked so good, and it was like, I mean, dude, it was like $5, $10. I mean, this was
Oh,
not
well,
like,
yeah,
you
that's
know,
a dead giveaway
and
right there.
I remember going, there's no way this thing is gonna come looking anything close to this
Yeah,
ad. Like it's like a Temu kind of before Temu,
right.
And then it showed up and it was like, yeah, it's totally not. It's a rubbery Halloween mask. It's exactly what it probably should be. It's like buying something out of the back of a comic book in 1962. Like
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
not. Those aren't real X-ray glasses. You know what I mean? Like it's that kind of stuff, right? And it was like, okay, but you know what I did? I mean, I wore that Halloween mask that
Yeah,
Halloween, and it was successful, and
that
all
was
was
nice.
fine in the world. You know what I mean?
Well, I do have funny enough, I have a real world client example of a false accusation claim
Mm.
for one of our clients that came in today. Okay.
Whoa.
Ooh, pray tell.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So, one of our clients, Um, they manufacture stair treads. Oak Valley. I'm
Okay.
not afraid
Yeah.
to talk about it. Be
Yeah.
bold. Oak Valley Designs, company based in Cartersville, Georgia. They're amazing. They make these luxury carpeted stair treads to replace a traditional carpet runner rug.
Mhm.
Right. They've
Yeah.
been a longtime client of ours. We've had great success with them. They're wonderful. Anyway, part of the work that we do for them is a lot of the SEO work on their site.
Mhm.
And teaser alert, we're about to launch their new site, hopefully in the next, 30 to 60 days or so.
Yeah.
So you can check it out. But on the current site, a lot of the SEO development that we do is an ongoing blog series, right? Where we
Okay.
write all of these blogs that kind of live behind the scenes. I mean, most people aren't going to a carpet website to read blogs.
Yeah.
Um, but it's a nice way to sort of bring people into the filter from a
Yeah.
search perspective, right? So
Absolutely.
we will write articles about all types of everything in your staircase, right? Whether it's I don't even know, custom handrails to like, hey, stain for my hardwoods.
Yeah.
The idea being, if people are searching these topics, we want to bring them to our site so
Yeah.
that maybe
Absolutely.
they'll go, oh, wait a minute, look at this.
Mhm.
This is kind of cool,
Makes
and learn
sense.
something and do that. That's
Love
the
it.
strategy. Well, got a somewhat panicked email today from the owner of the company, actually.
Okay.
It said, hey, we had a person call in, a customer call in asking for these clear stair treads, which we don't sell. They had
Okay.
read about it on a blog on our site. And when the customer service rep told them we don't sell those, they flipped their lid, claimed completely false advertising, and have threatened to sue lawsuits,
What?
reporting you to Google and all this kind of crazy stuff. And so the client, naturally was panicking when you hear
Sure.
someone say, "I'm going to sue you,"
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
um, and it was, and the question was, well, "What do you think about like what do we do?" And I
Yeah.
said, "Well, we don't do anything, and here's why. Nowhere on our site do we claim that we sell these products,
Yeah.
right? And in the blog, and I took a screen capture in this specific blog where we talk about these transparent specific stair treads, we specifically say, hey, if this is what you're interested in, we recommend these two brands that you go to these
Got it.
couple of stores and find these brands. So
Got it.
we actually tell them where to go find them.
Yeah. Somewhere else. Yeah.
Um, and it's interesting. So then I did a little bit of research on, are blogs considered advertising, right? And
Hmm.
so
It's an interesting topic. Yeah.
they can be. They can be. It depends on what you do, right? In this instance, uh, and I think the blanket definition is, well, if they are written to the effect of trying to push a particular good or service,
Yeah.
then they could be considered advertising,
Okay.
right? So
Yeah.
we kind of do
That makes
fall under
sense.
that to some degree, but um, outside of that, because we nowhere implicitly say we sell these things, and we even tell people, if you're
Yeah.
interested in these, this is where you
Mhm.
should go buy them.
Yeah.
Not our site. I said, hey, I think we're totally fine.
Yeah.
This was a one-off.
Yeah.
People get disgruntled over strange
Everybody's angry.
things these
Everybody's
days.
angry about everything these days.
Everybody's on edge these days over
Yeah.
something, and this guy
Yeah.
happened to be set off by carpet stair treads.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
mean, if you've ever Googled like, best rated microwave or best rated whatever, you're
right,
going to get those blog posts that are going to be the top 10 microwaves of 2025. And
right,
those are very clearly directories to get Amazon referrals, fees, and things
yep,
like that, right? So, I mean, I would absolutely consider that advertising, right? That is a
100%.
top
Yeah.
10 of, hey, and it's all referral clicks, right? So I think that's advertising.
Right.
Um, but I think, I mean, we do a fair amount of package design. That is one of our core
Yeah.
competencies, and there are specific rules around, food advertising. We do a lot of poultry, as we've mentioned in the past. Like there are things that you need to make sure that you do, and you can't do false advertising.
Yeah.
Um, that's a weird one on Oak Valley,
Very
Uh,
strange.
yeah, that is a very strange one. I don't know that that's I wouldn't consider that I mean, that's wires crossed and people being crazy,
Absolutely not false advertising. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
see
it's
that.
not false advertising.
I would say it's
Um,
smart marketing.
is this false advers forget about the lawsuit. Is this false advertising to you?
It's slightly misleading.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say
I'm gonna
it's
agree. I mean, hey,
it's
I'm a
slightly
fan.
misleading. I mean,
Yeah.
and I think here's how I think about it too, like, and this
I'm
is
surprised. I mean, think about I'm totally interrupting, and I apologize.
yeah,
Think
yeah,
about how many hurdles we leap through with
yeah,
all of our clients legal department. Oh, you can't make that claim. You can't say
yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah. Right,
Right? On the
right.
medical side of life, when we work with
Oh yeah,
medical, you can't make claims of improving your quality of life, for example, right? Because how do you quantify that? Right?
right,
That's why there's so many videos or commercials of old people riding bicycles and like how do you say, oh, this surgery helped get you to be
right.
woke? So any time you make a claim, you open yourself up to scrutiny and to litigation, right?
Yep.
Which is interesting. Um, so, this is kind of like I'm surprised that Hershey's of all people would allow something like that through. Like you think that no
Here's the
going into
problem.
that,
Here's the problem with that specific example.
yeah.
To two old codgers like you and
Yeah.
I just want to eat a delicious Reese's.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
absolutely.
care.
Absolutely.
I don't care. Does it look like this? I don't care. As long as there's a
No,
Reese's in that package, I'm a
it
happy
all
guy.
looks the same when it's going down the
Now,
chute here.
when
So
I'm a 4-year-old Spider-Man walking around
yeah.
the neighborhood for my first trick or treat,
Yeah.
and I get this Reese's,
Yeah.
and I want it to look like that because I'm 4, and
Yeah.
I open it, and there's a little bit of disappointment.
Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't
Oh,
look like a
why does
jack-o'-lantern.
it look like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
So for the kids, man, they let the kids down.
Yeah.
But I do find that interesting because I would have guessed that it would have gone the other way, actually.
Yeah. Not so flawed as to render them worthless. That sounds like judge speak, but, um, they are still viable. They're still delicious. I just ate it. It's yummy. So,
Yeah, I wish I
um,
kinda wanna reach over there and grab one.
yeah, they're good, man. They're good.
It's a good candy. It's a good
So,
in any shape or form, it's a good candy.
yeah, it's just it's an interesting thing, sort of we do have this legacy of kind of embellishment and false advertising in general, and even if it's not false advertising, it's taking um from a consumer package perspective, there's a lot of taking things that aren't good for you and making them feel like they're good for you, right? Things like that, right? Like
Absolutely.
a million. I can feel like I can speak about this now because it's 20 years old. But I remember working on Kellogg's. We worked on all that stuff together,
Yeah,
and I was astonished. It was always like, oh, 1/3 less sugar. Right, for Tony the Tiger, for
right.
Frosted Flakes, or for Apple Jacks, or this or that. And it's like, well, hey, 1/3 less sugar does not mean it's good for you by any stretch of the imagination.
Correct.
However, a lot of their granola products at the time were 10 times worse for you than Apple Jacks, right?
Right.
And here's this granola product that's the wholesome, it's earth, it's
Yeah,
grains, and
absolutely.
it's this and that. There's like 50x the amount of sugar in that thing than there is an actual like sugar bomb special. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And so
totally.
it's a weird, consumers don't think that way. Like and the manipulation of packaging and branding and kind of what the vibe is and what it looks like, and also store placement, right? Like
Listen,
all that goes.
advertisers are always going to push the limits in the name of
Yeah,
capitalism. I mean,
yeah,
at the end of the day, we're trying to sell a bunch of stuff.
yeah,
However we can, we're
yeah.
gonna
I mean, there's
push it. We're gonna push it.
yeah, there's 0.0005% of honey in there. And it's gonna be like made with honey,
Made with
bees all
real
over the
honey.
place,
Yeah.
honeycombs. It's gonna be like, oh,
Define
it's
real honey.
natural. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 So funny. So anyway, yeah, maybe I'm starting to sound a little cynical here at the end of the podcast, but
Eh,
it's a funny thing. So and it was topical. I am surprised that Hershey's won that one. I thought there would have been some type of weird, yeah, it doesn't look like what it is. You know what I mean? Even though it very clearly is what it is. It just doesn't
That's
look
right.
like it. So,
All right.
anyway.
Well, that was a good one. I like being surprised.
Yeah, all right. Well, you gotta surprise me next time.
All right. I'll do it. Thanks everybody. You were about to ask me where the people can find us.
Where
And
can the
I'm going
people
to
find us?
preempt with the
Yeah,
answer and say they can find
I
us
know.
on the YouTubes, obviously, because you're
Yeah,
watching it, or online at mocktheagency.com or
yeah.
anywhere else on the digital sphere. We're not
All
hard
right.
to find.
The countdown to 150. We only got a few more. So,
I know. All right.
all right.
Thanks, everybody.
All right,
Talk
thanks
to you next
everybody.
time.
All right, bye.